Hey folks, Chef Jesse here. How's everybody? Uncle Jesse. How's everybody doing? Anyway, folks, today's been a very productive day for me. A couple of good news. I had mentioned that to keep prayers for my mother, and I didn't want to say what it was because I didn't want to jump the gun, right? But they thought that she had the big C, okay, and turned out that it wasn't. Thank God, and thank you guys for praying. She seems to be suffering from a very serious case of anemia, which she's been getting treated for about a year or so, and it just doesn't. So I gotta feed her some good food. I gotta bring up some good food, some liver, But anyway, thank God that it's not the big C, and I want to thank you guys for keeping her in your thoughts and prayers. I also want to thank you guys for keeping me in your thoughts and prayers, and because you guys really, the power of prayer is very strong. I want to thank all my friends and family and Gilbert's family for praying and being out there. I want to thank them as well. I also give me a second here. I also want to thank one of the many fans that I have from Chelsea. And like I always said, Chelsea, when the shit hits the fan, Chelsea family's out there. So I want to mention Joan Mahoney and her husband. For sending me this beautiful card. It's a get well card, and and it had a little gift in it. I won't mention that. She knows what it is.
Thank you, Joan, for a nice word.
Thank you. So this really, this gives me some time emotional. It really shows a lot. It shows what Chelsea's about. It shows how we grew up like a Chelsea family. And Joan Mahoney, folks, her family lived next door to me. I mean, I'm talking about the next door to door. I mean, you could just reach around the corner, and they were right there. So for many years, her family, matter of fact, her sister still lives there to this day, and we were neighbors for very long. I mean, I'm talking about 30 years or something. And this is nice. This is very nice to know that that there's people out there, like beautiful people with kind heart, like Joan Mahoney. So anyway, Joan, from the bottom of my heart, I can't really express how this has really hit me. So. Thank you, Joan and Joe, her husband. Thank both of you guys, really, from the bottom of my heart. So, thank you. Those are two positive things that happened today, and one more. It comes in threes, right? A week ago, some lady who, it's a crackhead. She came to my door. There was a package that was for Gilbert. She bent down, she picked it up, put it in her purse, walked away. Well, the crackhead didn't know that we have a camera in the door, a ring. And it's recorded and everything in there. And I'm a person I'm a nice guy, but if you harm me or you do something, I'm going to come after you. And those who know me, it'll take me maybe 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, but I'll find you because I'm Uncle Jesse. And just like your uncle, remember your uncle, that mean uncle of yours? Hey, I'm going to get... Well, that's me. And I'll get you. All jokes aside, I'll do an investigation. And remember, I got the resources. So anyway, today I bumped into her. She had of course, criminals are stupid. She had the same hat. And that's how I found her. She had the same baseball cap and everything. And I went after her. Nothing violent. But I told her. I set her in her way. And I'm pretty sure she won't come back. She doesn't live here. She claims she lives in the building. But from what I found out, she doesn't live in the building. She comes here to buy party drugs. And I told her that. And I told her to her face. And I told her, today you fucked with the wrong person. Okay? So... and there's a big fly flying in my kitchen here. A fly went by me, and I have a phobia, folks. So, anyway, folks, with that said, I set her in her ways. I made her cry. She needed that. I needed to make her cry so that she could know. I mean, I know her head is probably blown up with drugs, and that's not her fault. She's drug addicted, and I feel sorry for people that have a problem. But don't come fuck with me, okay? That's just what I have to say. If you want to go steal at your grandmother's house or your mother's house, not my door. So anyway, folks, 3 positive things that happened today for Uncle Jesse. So anyway, we're going to start dinner today. We're going to do some grilled chicken. Today's going to be a real light, healthy, sort of. We're going to do some grilled chicken. I'm going to grill it on my favorite cast iron skillet. And I'm going to do some pickles. Not pickles, some cucumbers. Now, I usually pickle the cucumbers, but I don't have any time to do that. But we're going to chop up some pickles and make it taste good. And then I got some tomatoes that I like to chop up and put olive oil and cilantro. And the chicken I'm going to be making is a chicken with a cilantro lime taste. and I'm gonna throw some avocado on top of it and maybe some mango to give it a little different taste. So anyway, you guys are gonna be with me doing this plate together. So stay with me and let me go back. Let me see if I find this freaking fly flying around. I'll be right back. So folks, I got this cutter that I got from this old guy these are Swiss made, and he's just selling them in the streets for 2 for $5 and 1 for $3. And this thing is the best contraction I've ever invested in. And I'm going to show you how fast this thing cuts the potato. It cuts potato, slices potato. There's a lot of things, but look at this. Look how fast is this. Can you go any faster than this? No. And these things are hard to find because the guy passed away a couple years ago. His daughter took over the business, but I don't know if she still sells these things. She probably sells them online or something. But it was an old man, and he used to sit in the street and sell these. And he would actually bring vegetables and do demonstrations. He was well dressed. He wore a suit, and he used to be around the downtown area. And of course, the cops used to chase him away once in a while. But I caught him on 86th Street. And he was selling this stuff, and it was amazing. And he had a big tub of vegetables, and he was like doing a demonstration. And let me tell you something. I've seen some vegetable slices and stuff like that. But this, look at this. You can't look at this. Just the hell of it. And if you want something to use this tip in, you get like a piece off. It's really amazing. It really is. So I did my cucumber. I'm gonna cut my cucumber in half, like so. Right? I'm gonna cut it down the line like this. Okay, nothing fancy. So it looked like a boat. Now I'm going to get the seeds out of here. So in order for me to get the seeds, I'm going to use a spoon, and I'm going to dig in a bit, and I'm just going to bring myself down. You see that, how it comes right down? Get some of it hops around, but okay. Look at that. And you get all the seeds out. Look at that. Okay. And you can eat the seeds, I guess. I've eaten cucumber seeds. I mean, I don't think it'll kill you. Unless it grows a cucumber in your stomach. That'll be a problem. But anyway, there you go. Then I'm going to cut these into little squares. Like I said, I usually pickle them. But today I don't have any time to pickle them. So I'm just going to slice it up, and I'm going to put it into a bowl. Maybe put some salt and some olive oil. Just, and there you go. So they're like half moons. Okay, there you go. And cucumber is very refreshing. Let me tell you something. In the summertime, this is very refreshing. Cucumbers are very refreshing. Okay. And this is what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to put some oil in there. I'm just going to sort of, so we can eat with the chicken. So, and no shape or form. I'll cut them. And if they're too thick, just cut them again. So this is, okay. Get out of there, will you? So that's the way I do it. Okay. I usually pickle these with I put them in water with some salt and vinegar and olive oil and stuff. But today I don't have any time, so I'm just gonna have these. I'm gonna season them with a little bit of olive oil. I'm gonna put some tomatoes in it, and we'll eat it like that. Now I'm gonna go to my tomato salad, and I'm gonna show you how I do that. So folks, let me start doing my tomato. I'm gonna show you how I do this tomato. It's very simple. I get a nice tomato-sized tomato. I don't want it too ripe, because it'll be too mushy, too soft. So you gotta, check it out. Cut it like this. No particular shape or form. Cut it down like this. And then cut them into squares, okay? Okay, and I'm gonna show you how this is done. So I'm gonna cut them, I'm gonna get two. I'm gonna go down the line like this. Watch your fingers, this knife is sharp. This knife is sharp, and you go like that. And you go like this. And you go like this. Okay, there you go. And then you put it into a bowl, okay? And depending how many people you're doing this for, you cut out the tomatoes. I'm gonna do about 1 tomato, 1.5, because we like this stuff, and everyone likes it, and we make a lot of it. And you can always save it for the next day. If you got extra tomatoes, you save it for the next day. You eat it the next day. And this is another thing that's very nice and cool for the summertime. Okay. And I'm cutting these up with seeds and all. Some people take the seeds out of the tomatoes because doesn't do them any good. But it doesn't affect us. We'll eat it with the seeds. So there we go. So I'm gonna continue cutting this up, and I'm gonna show you what I do with it. So stay tuned. So I just chopped up my tomatoes. I'm gonna chop up my cilantro and watch. Okay, so I take a bush of cilantro, and I don't know, I take whatever it is right there. So let's cut this off, okay? I got a plastic thing here because I don't want it to get on my cutting board. Now I'm gonna cut this up with stems and all. Okay. There you go. Just watch your fingers. You know, use the back of your fingers so in case it does slip, you cut into your nails. You know, not in your finger. The worst thing to do is have a salad with fingers. You don't want to do that. You know, so just watch yourself. You know, and if you're not experienced cutting this, well then don't try it. Use something else or have somebody help you. I don't know what to tell you, but okay. So I'm gonna cut this up as small as possible, and this is amazing. I mean, anytime you cut fresh herbs, it is amazing. Whatever it is, it's amazing how it smells. Because once you're getting this, you're getting all the oil out of it and all the liquid and the aroma out of this. I chop up fresh garlic, and it's like, oh my God, it's delicious. Fresh garlic. There's nothing like fresh, okay? There's nothing, you can't compare anything fresh. Spices or herbs, anything like that is wonderful. You know, that junk that we buy in jars, that's freaking dehydrated crap. Anytime you use anything like this, it's wonderful, okay? So there you go. I'm chopping it up as much as possible, okay? And then I'm gonna put this into my tomatoes, okay, like so, like this. And now into this, I'm gonna put some olive oil, and I'm gonna put some sea salt, and I'm gonna a touch of garlic, and then we're done. And then you put this in the fridge, and this is another salad which is refreshing. So we're gonna have the cucumbers today. We're gonna have tomatoes, and then we're gonna have the cilantro lime chicken breasts, and that's what we're gonna be having today. Okay. So I'm gonna show you how to cook the breast in a few minutes. But I'm doing this first. The breast cooks up quick, and then so right back. Okay, folks. So I got almost dinner's almost done. Now I'm gonna do the main course, which of course is the chicken. I'm doing a chicken cilantro lime sort of, and I'm gonna put some cilantro on it, and I'm gonna put some real lime on it. But I'm also gonna enhance the flavor with this cilantro lime sauce. It's very good. Hellman makes it. You see it? Hellman makes it cilantro lime sauce. It's it costs $6. It's not cheap, but it's good stuff. So I'm gonna put some of this on top of the chicken, and then I'm gonna put, of course, real cilantro and real lime slices. It's gonna be real nice. I'm gonna top it off with some avocados, and then I'm gonna kick in some mango to get a nice break up the taste. And you're gonna see how I put that together. So anyway, that's good sauce. If you see it in your supermarket, buy it. And so I seasoned my chicken last night, chicken breast, okay? And I seasoned it last night, garlic, salt, pepper, you know, all the basic stuff. I'm using a cast iron skillet like I do. I love this cast iron skillets. And I'm gonna put it on here and cook on the skillet. You know, cook it well through, make sure. Make sure you don't dry it out. Keep an eye on it, let it cook. If it starts to dry, sprinkle some water in it. Shh, you hear all the noise, and then serve it. And you'll see. Stay tuned. So, folks, you know, for those people who've been telling me, "Oh, you're eating too much pork," and you know who you are. Well, today we're having chicken. You know. So here's a big piece of. There you go. See, that's a nice way to cook it. We're gonna be having some chicken, and I'm actually cooking. I have enough here for today and for tomorrow for Gilbert's lunch. So it looks like a lot of chicken, but it's not. We're not going to eat this whole chicken in one day, really, folks. We're not. I'm just going to cook some of this for tomorrow so Gilbert can have to take for lunch. Okay? So if you see me cooking all this chicken, it's not that I'm cooking a lot of chicken. There you go. So we're going to have this big piece here for Gilbert, and then a little pieces for me, and then we're going to have about 2 more pieces in here for tomorrow's lunch. Okay, so we're going to cover that up. And that's it. We're going to cook that. Okay. So I'm going to cook this from side to side. Make sure that it's cooked. It's already been seasoned. Nothing else has to be added to it. It's got salt, pepper, garlic, and it's got this marinade. That's a lemon. This is great stuff. This is a lemon pepper marinade, and I put some of the stuff in it. So I mean, the flavors. Oh my God. So you don't put anything else on it, okay? So you're gonna cook this thoroughly because you know you gotta cook chicken thoroughly, and then I'm gonna spin it around. And then we're going to set it up. So we'll be eating in another 15 minutes or so, okay? Stay tuned. So, folks, look how this thing is looking so far, okay? I flipped it a couple of times. I sprinkled some water in it so it won't dry out. And then we're going to put this onto a plate, and I'm going to dress it up with some of the cilantro lime sauce, with some real limes and some cilantro. And then we're going to top it off with some avocados, maybe some mango, and then we're going to have the tomato salad and the cucumbers on the side, so it's going to be great. So stay tuned. So folks, let's put this plate together. let's get our chicken. Okay, chicken is nice and made, nice. Okay, and we're gonna put the chicken in there, and we're gonna put our asparagus that I've been cooking with garlic. Put that on the side there, nice garlic and butter. And then we're gonna put some of the cilantro sauce on it. You know, there we go. We're gonna sprinkle it up and down with this cilantro lime sauce, and then we're gonna put some real lime slices, like so. We're gonna put some cilantro here, okay, like that. Okay, there you go. We're gonna put some wedges of avocados. Okay, and we're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. We're gonna put little pieces over here. Okay, and then we're gonna put some mango on it to give it to contrast the taste. Okay, so you put some mango there to contrast the taste, and look at that. Okay, so let me go continue decorating this plate, and we'll be right back. So folks, this looks pretty healthy. It's let me give you a recap on this. It's a chicken breast with cilantro and lime, and I put some sauce in it. I have that Hellman makes, pretty good, cilantro lime sauce. I put some of this, but on top of that, I also put real lime and real cilantro. So it is actually a lime cilantro chicken breast. And I lined it up with some avocados. And then to contrast that taste, I put some chunks of mango. So it contrasts all that other tartness and stuff. You know what I mean? And I made some tomatoes. The tomatoes are easily made with olive oil and cilantro and sea salt. And some cucumbers that I chopped up and just put some olive oil and some salt. So this looks very healthy. It's a change from pork. Like I know you know who you are. Keep telling me, oh, stop eating pork. I don't eat pork that much. It looks like you might think that we eat pork every day. It doesn't. We had pork the other day. It was little pieces of pork. It wasn't a big thing. Okay? You know, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. I mean, I know you're looking out for me, but what do I tell you? I'm eating pork. So, you know, you come to my, I don't know, come to my wake or something. I don't know. Whatever it is, guys, I really appreciate you guys watching my health and thinking about me. But, you know, you got to eat what you got to eat. I don't know. So anyway, but we don't eat pork all the time. Believe me, we don't. So, so in order to contrast all that pork, we ate pork Saturday. Yesterday we had chicken. Today we're having chicken again. So it's not pork every day. So anyway, let me turn this around. And there you go. Look at that plate. Now, look at that. Is that pork? No, it's not pork. Okay, so we're not having pork. There goes my tomatoes with the cilantro and olive oil. And there goes my cucumbers. Nice, refreshing. Just got olive oil and some sea salt. So we're not using salt in none of this, folks. We're using sea salt, which is actually healthier, and the sodium content is actually lower. So if you look up the contents of sodium in sea salt, it is actually lower. Okay? And I'm not telling you, I'm not making this up. I'm telling you, go to your cabinet right now and you have sea salt. Look at the sodium in the table salt. Look at the sodium in kosher salt or table salt. It's lower. Believe me. I know. I checked the back label. So anyway. With that said, this looks great. It smells great. It's got a lot of flavors in it, a lot of colors, real nice. And we're going to enjoy it. So Gilbert's got the chicken, and he's got some asparagus, sauteed in butter and garlic, and tomatoes. So there's a lot of cilantro in here, and there's a lot of garlic, and there's a lot of good flavors, a lot of good stuff that is good for you, okay? So once again, we're going to turn this in. Tell me this is not good for you. Tell me, okay? So, no pork tonight, okay? No pork. And just for you guys, we'll try to avoid eating pork for 1 week. Watch. We'll think of something else. I don't know, but we'll think of something. I mean, it's either beef or pork. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, folks, with that said, once again, I want to thank you guys to keeping my mother in prayers. You know, we thought it was something the worst, and it didn't turn out to be that, that bad. She still has some suffering from anemia, and maybe I have to find her some good dishes, some good liver to feed her, some beets and all kind of stuff to make her blood rich. But she looks like she's gonna be around. She's 85 years old, and God bless her. And my father's gonna be 92 at the end of this month. My God. So anyway, folks, with that said, and thank you guys for keeping me always in your prayers and thoughts. You know, I'm Uncle Jesse. Hey, I bring you all those good stuff. And I've been in a wheelchair, getting around a little bit. I'm standing up, but I'm trying to. I went to my doctor today, and everything's good. I'm going back Thursday, so everything's good. And I want to thank you guys really, really for keeping us, our family, in prayers and our thoughts. We appreciate it. My family appreciates it. We all appreciate it, and thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you once again, Joe Mahoney and her husband Joe, who sent me a get well card and sent me a little gift in there. You didn't have to do that, but I really appreciate it. It shows that we're family. We lived next to each other for what? 30, 40 years almost, whatever it was, and we know each other for a long time. So Joe, thank you very much. Love you guys. God bless you guys. And hey, I'll see you guys tomorrow.